Hi guys, welcome back to Headless again. We have got Badri here to talk more about interviews because last time when we spoke,
Tier 4 interview.
Tier 4 interviews for the students coming over to UK. So we want to thank our sponsors, British Film School, who are behind us for all these kind of programs. So they are coming soon to UK, and they'll be doing a lot of short-term courses for
Fantastic.
anything related to films.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so you'll
nice.
be getting a lot of film students as well in
Great.
future.
Happy
So
to help that.
yeah, thank you. Interview with Badri, and we were discussing about visas, and one of the main point which came up was like people they've been asked to go back to India after being rejected at the airport.
Correct.
And so Badri bro was mentioning that there are a lot of failures happening these days, a lot of rejections happening, and we have to address that.
That's
So what we decided was like we do a role play, and then we'll
Yes.
see how the real interview works,
Correct.
and then give you more insight into how to answer questions, right?
Absolutely.
So we are just going to take one example and
Yes,
we'll do
yes.
that, okay?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay, so on top of that, so
Yeah.
you said that okay, we'll also be looking at like what are the criteria, on what basis you have to apply, right?
Absolutely.
So what are the, see, if you apply on these bases, there are like more opportunities like
That's
to
right.
to get it right and
Yes,
not
yes,
being
yes.
rejected. Okay?
Absolutely.
So we'll talk about that as well.
Fantastic.
Okay, so now let's start here. So before
Sure.
getting into this acting mode of me
Yes, yes, yes.
becoming an immigration
Officer.
officer, I thought that I'll ask you more questions about
Sure.
the current scenario.
Absolutely.
What is
What's
happening?
happening,
Yeah,
yes.
what's happening?
Yes, yes.
Can you go ahead?
So now under this new point-based system, as I said before, they are removing students from the number of immigrants who can come in a year. So they are taking out students from the cap.
Yeah.
So unlimited students can come, and they are expecting at least 500,000 students should come by 2025. So a lot of students are making application these days, but many of them been called for interview for tier 4 visa, and they are also getting rejected because they are not able to answer well at the time of interview.
Okay.
And also some of the students who were not interviewed but they got visa, and when they come to airport, when the immigration officer questions them, they are not able to answer properly, and they, as you said, they are being sent back. So what they are doing is when student comes at the airport, they ask some basic questions, and if student is not able to answer well or he is not able to give satisfactory answer, then they are taking them to detention center and asking the university to withdraw the CAS, and they are sending the students back.
So you said some students are some. So you use that some.
Yes.
So it's not like everyone who applies for this visa is asked to come for interview. Only some are.
Yes, it used to be. If you remember, when I spoke months before, I said students from India are hardly called for an interview. But now, for the last few months, it has completely changed. I would say out of 10, 4 to 5 students are being called for an interview. So, now, this is the current situation in India.
50%.
40 to 50%.
40 to 50%. Okay.
They are being called for an interview.
Okay.
When I say some students are getting detained, that is students who got visa without interview, which I would say another 50%. When they come at the airport, some students are not even able to speak English well.
Okay.
And they are being turned back. And also students who cannot answer questions about their course or the modules they are going to study. That is where Home Office, the immigration officer, they start asking more questions, and what happens is they first take them to interview room where they will be asking questions what you are going to ask in more detail.
Okay.
And then finally they will come to the conclusion whether the student should be detained after the detailed interview, or the student will be allowed to go inside the UK and he can study.
Okay, so what are the criteria for them to call you for an interview? Is it like blindly they select some people?
No, it's not like that.
Yeah.
They randomly take some, but that's all very few. Mostly when students apply with dependents together.
Okay.
These are the students mostly are called for an interview. This is what I have noticed. This is the first scenario. And second scenario, what I have seen is a student who does not pay full fees and he pays only part of the fees.
Okay.
This sort of students are being called for an interview, though they show the balance fee in the maintenance fund.
Okay.
This is something I have seen as another set of students. And also I have seen a older student. When I say a older student, a student who is 40 plus years old, 45 years old. Even I recently did for someone who was close to 50, and he has been called for an interview, but he got the visa successfully.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Of course, we prepare them for that.
Fine.
So these are the scenarios where students are being called for interview.
Okay.
So if student want to avoid it, I recommend them to pay full fees, and if they want to take the dependents, let the main applicant get first, let him come to UK, and then if he or she wants to bring his or her dependent, they can do it.
That becomes more easier for them.
That becomes more easier.
Okay.
So always the student should have genuine intention to study. This route should not be abused just to come and earn money here.
Okay, that's good. So I think that you have answered most of my questions.
Sure.
And we'll wait for those guys to come back with
Sure.
questions. That's fine. So now let's get into the role play. Okay.
Role play. You are the immigration officer, and I'm going to be a student.
Yeah, you used to look like a student, and I look like an officer. Let's go over that.
Okay.
So see, because these are mainly, I don't want to make any mistakes, so I'm just going through the questions straight away, and then
I will just give myself my situation. I mean, I will say my situation.
Your character sketch.
Exactly.
What are
you? Okay. So I am a student.
Yeah.
Going to study in the UK.
Yeah.
I have applied for my visa.
Yeah.
With my wife.
Yeah.
And my child.
Yeah. And you have you paid the whole fees?
Yes, I have paid the full fees.
Full fees. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's good.
All right.
Fine.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll start from the first question. In what scenarios would you be called for interview?
Okay, so the main purpose why they are called for an interview is they Home Office want to assess whether the student got genuine intention to study in the UK, whether they are genuine student or not. Okay, I will give you scenarios from my experience who have been called for an interview. If you are applying with your dependents together when you are making your application, there are high probability you will be called for an interview.
Okay.
And the second scenario is where you have a bad immigration history, either in UK or any other country where you had refusals or you overstayed, then you will be called for an interview. Okay. And I have seen where a student who is 40 years old and over, when they apply for a student visa, they want to see whether the intention is really to study or they are just coming to UK for purpose of working, or just they are abusing this route or not. So this is the main purpose.
Okay, and if you look at the current scenario, we've been talking about interviews, COVID situation. Do you still have to go to the embassy and do the interview?
No, they used to do that, but now what they are doing is they are sending an email with a video link. Okay. Mostly this interview will be conducted via video call only. Okay. So they will send you a link few days before, confirming with the time and also the link. And in case if you are not able to attend on that time, you can always request them to reschedule, and they will send you a new link and new timing.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. So now let's get to the point now.
Role play.
Role play, yeah.
You are the immigration officer.
I'm the immigration officer, and you're the student.
Correct.
Like what kind of student?
Okay, I'm a student. I'm married. And I have a child.
Okay.
And I applied for student visa along with my dependents together.
Okay, and have you paid the fees?
Yes, I have paid full fees.
Full fees, 100%.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
That's great. Okay, so now Mr. Badri has given me a list of questions to ask. So I want to be exactly dot on point. I don't want to miss anything.
Okay.
So I'm just going to see the questions and ask you those questions.
Absolutely fine.
Okay. So, hi.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Badrinath Balavenkateshan.
Badrinath Balavenkateshan. Okay,
Yes.
that's fine. So what's your date of birth?
My date of birth is 9th of Feb 1993.
Okay. What's your nationality?
I'm an Indian.
Okay. Have you changed your name before?
No, I have not changed my name before.
Okay. Are you married?
Yes, I'm married.
What's your spouse name?
My spouse name is Mrs. XYZ
XYZ. Okay.
because I'm
Nice
still
name.
single.
Nice name. So, what's your spouse's date of birth?
Okay, my spouse date of birth is 10th of October 1996.
96. Okay, fine. She's 3 years younger than
Younger
you.
than me,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. What is she doing?
Okay, she is currently working as a software developer
Okay.
and she's working for a multinational company and she has been working for the last 5 years.
Last 5 years.
Yes.
Okay. She's still on roll.
Still she is working.
Okay.
However, she has just resigned for me
Okay.
because I have applied visa for her as well. Since we have a small child,
Yeah.
she has to look after her, so she's joining with me.
Okay. So you do have a child. How old is she?
My child is just 2 years old.
2 years old. Okay, that's fine. So is your child going to join you guys?
Yes, my child is also joining with us.
Okay.
She is just 2 years old.
Okay. So how long would your dependent stay in UK?
She will be staying with me throughout the studies,
Okay.
and my child also will be staying with me throughout the studies.
Okay. And how long is the course for?
Okay, my course is for 21 months,
Mm-hmm.
and I got 12 months, which will be spent for studies, and 9 months for internship.
Internship. Okay. So there's no question here. I'll ask one more question
Sure.
here. How long your dependent is going to be with you?
Yes.
So that's the question here is like, how are you going to manage the expenses?
Okay. Well, there is that question is there as well.
So it comes in the later
part.
Okay, I jumped on. Sorry. Okay, let's go to that later.
Yeah.
So what is the course you're going to do, study in this UK?
Okay, I'm going to study MSc Computing with advanced practice.
And which university?
Northumbria University, London campus.
Okay. And you've already spoken about the course is around 21 months, right?
That's right.
what you
It's
said.
21 months old.
Okay. What is the university address?
Okay, it's 110 Middlesex Way, London, Paddington.
Okay, that's fine. Where are you going to stay in the UK?
I'm going to stay in London again. It's 15 Heathfield Park, London, and it's approximately 45 minutes away from the university.
From the university. So why did you select this course?
Okay, the reason I selected this course because I have been working as a software tester with Infosys for the last 4 years, and I want to become a software developer. So this is completely a different shift and a different role. So in order to become a software developer, I need to have knowledge and skills. And this particular course gives me that knowledge and skills, especially the modules such as Principle of Software Engineering, Leadership in Digital Age. This will give me enough insight and knowledge to become a software engineer. And that is the exact reason why I selected this course. Also, I have compared this course with my course in India. If, the difference why I can't study in India,
yeah.
the difference between studying in India and UK is because this particular modules gives me better knowledge compared to the modules what I study in India.
Oh, okay. So why did you select this particular university?
Okay, I compared this university with other 4 universities. I have also applied and got offer with the University of Birkbeck. I have applied with Ulster University, University of West London and Middlesex. All these universities offer similar courses. However, these modules I have already studied in my bachelor's degree, some of the modules. So I do not want to spend money on the course where I have studied the modules already. But with University of Northumbria University, the modules are completely new and it is exactly meeting my career needs and requirement.
Okay.
Also, this London campus is very good. I have got reviews from many of my friends who studied in this university. So they have given me good review about this university and campus.
Okay, fine. So why did you select UK?
Okay, well, this is a very good question. Now, UK is one of the best destination to study, and compared to other countries, UK degree is recognized worldwide, and also in UK you get this multicultural environment, which is hard to get in other countries. You will see people from all over the world, people from different countries, they come here and they study in the UK. So I will get a kind of exposure with with people from different countries. And especially London, it's a financial hub. And not only that, I will be able to network with many people in my industry, in my field. So there are a lot of networking opportunity in London and in UK. That is why I've selected UK.
Okay, nice. So once you finish the course, what would you be doing?
Okay, after completing my course, like I said, I will be returning back to my home country and I will be joining again in Infosys as a senior developer, software developer. Or if not, I can join in any multinational companies, because having a UK degree, this will have more weightage on my CV, and as a recruiter, they will be giving my CV and for my profile more preference compared to someone else.
Okay.
That is my future plan, and I see my future prospects amazing in India.
Nice, nice. Okay. So have you been to any other countries as well?
Yes, I have been to Germany for 6 months, and basically my company sent me to Germany for a project execution, and I stayed there for 6 months.
Okay, that's the only country.
That's the only country I visited.
Okay, okay. So what have you been doing since you completed the bachelor's degree?
Okay, I completed my bachelor's degree in 2015, and as soon as I completed my degree, in 3 months I got an opportunity to work with Infosys as a junior software tester, and until 2018 I was working as a junior software tester. Then I was promoted and I became a senior software tester, and I was working until last month. And for my studies, because I want to study in the UK, I have resigned and I told them that I want to have a career break and improve my skills. So I gave my resignation last month and I've applied for student visa.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay. So how much fees have you paid for this particular course, and how are you going to manage your expenditure when you're here with your dependents?
Okay. The total course fee is 15,500.
Yeah.
And university gave me an option that if I pay full fee, they will give a discount of £500.
Okay.
So I paid 15,000 in one go.
Okay.
And on top of it, as per the maintenance requirement, as per the Home Office guidelines, I have maintained enough funds for myself and my dependents. It is for 9 months. Whatever is the maintenance fund required, I have maintained it in my account for 28 days.
Okay, okay, that's great. So this, like, when you applied for this particular course, like, did you apply directly to the university or did you go through an agent?
Well, I went through an agent called Universal Fortune Limited. Basically, they have provided me various university options, and this particular agent, he is monitored and regulated by OISC.
Okay.
And also I got an offer from another agent. Again, they are regulated by British Council.
Okay.
So I only chose the agents either who are regulated by OISC or British Council, because I have heard that some agents, they take money and they do not provide proper advice.
Yeah.
So I chose this agent, and this agent asked me to pay the fee directly to the university. So I paid directly to the university.
Okay, okay, that's great. So you've shown maintenance for 9 months.
Yes.
But your course is for 21 months.
Yes.
So what are you going to do after 9 months?
Okay. So as per the Home Office requirement, they were only asking to show the 9 months maintenance fund for me and my dependents, which I have shown. But after 9 months, what I will be doing is basically, as I said before, myself and my spouse, we have been working, and I have been working for 4 years. My salary was 10 lakhs per annum, and my spouse, she was earning 20 lakhs per annum. So we have enough savings. So after 9 months, as and when we require, I will be able to liquidate from our savings account. In addition to it, my parents, they are also able to support us. And my parents, especially my dad, he was earning 10 lakhs per annum, and he was earning this money for over 20 years. So he has savings of over 40 lakhs, and if I require, he will be also able to help me.
Oh, okay, that's good. Fine. So, do you have any family members in the UK?
No, I do not have any family members in the UK.
No, you don't have anyone. So, will you or your spouse be working in the UK?
No, basically, I will be focusing only on my studies. Though I'm allowed to work 20 hours in the UK, I will be only focusing on my studies until I complete my education. And coming to my spouse, as I said, we have a 2 years old child. So she has to take care of the child. And as I will be studying, so we both will not be working. Like I said, we have enough maintenance fund. So we will be able to maintain ourselves, and I would be able to complete my studies successfully.
Okay. So, have you understood all the questions?
Yes, I have understood all your questions.
And are you satisfied with the answers you've given?
Yes, I think so.
All right. And do you have any questions?
Well, may I know how long it will take to get my decision now, please?
I think that I need to ask you again. How long would it take?
So, now based on your answer, we will send it to the caseworker, and the caseworker will make the decision, and you will hear the result in due course.
Okay. Okay.
So basically, these are the questions will be asked at the time of interview. All these questions have been taken from my students who have been called for interview in the last 1 month. So like I said, if you want to avoid interview, try to pay full fees, and also make sure that you apply on your own first, and if you have intention to bring your dependents, you can apply later. By doing this, it's not guaranteed that you will not be called for an interview. Still, you may be randomly picked and they can call you for an interview, but there is nothing to panic as long as you answer well, confidently. And I suggest students should make enough research about their university, and about the course they are studying, about the modules, what you're going to study, on the location of the university, and where you will be staying, how you will be commuting, and mostly on the financial part. Because there will be a question where I had a student who got a refusal because he paid only part of the fees, and when home office asked this question, what will you do, the maintenance fund is only for 9 months, and what will you do for the other 13 months, he was not able to answer. And also he said his father will support, and they asked next question, how much is your father earning? So he said, my father is earning around 3 lakhs. So they refused, stating that we do not believe you will have enough funds, or you will be able to support after after the 9 months. So it's always good that you should say, and you should have viable funds, and make sure that your intention is to only study in the UK and not come and work here. So all the very best. I hope you will do well in your interview if you've been called, and hope to see you guys soon in the UK.
Thank you very much for your time, Badri. So guys, like, if you have any other questions regarding the interviews, please do leave your comments. And if you want to contact Badri, again, go to the description, you'll have all the information, and just click the website and then go and contact him. Okay, all the best, guys. See you all soon in UK, and bye. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.